What's up you guys, Jerick120 here. I'm going to teach you how to do the split snap change. Alright you guys, with this specific color change you're using 3 cards, and it's very much like the snap change, where this is kind of your end position, but you just have a 3rd card in front of it too. The snap change happens first, pretty much. It comes in here, and then these cards split apart. And you're left in this end position, and I'll say this first. You want this hand to be at like a 30-degree angle from your spectator's eyes, and that's what's going to block this. The hardest part when I was learning this was the actual stripping off the 3rd card. See? I ran into that problem a lot. And so something that I kind of came across was like the farther I hold it at the bottom, and as long as I keep like a relatively tight grip on both ends, it'll allow the strip off motion to happen much easier. This color change is very angle sensitive, so like I said, when you're holding it this way, you want to tilt it 30 degrees towards your spectator's eye and have that card looking them directly in the face. That way, this card is going to be hidden. I'm going to do a very brief rundown of the snap change itself. Go back and watch the video that I've done in the past. Essentially what it is you're holding onto the card with your 3 fingers and your thumb back here. By the end, you're only going to be holding on to the back card with your thumb and your index finger. They're going to slide up, and these 2 fingers are going to steal away that front card and peel it more just like in a holding position temporarily. And the way to fix that is you'll have the deck in your other hand nearby, and you can just take the cards and straighten them out like that, and then do a double lift. And that was just a really brief rundown, but here's what's happening in slow motion. These cards are stealing it. I feel the biggest problem is the hand placement of actually ripping the 2nd card away. It gets hung up like that, and that's going to take the longest for you to really master. I've tried it up here, I've tried it more in the middle, it just gets hung up. I've tried it kind of more near the bottom, and that's where it seems to really get itself. It just works itself out. When you're doing it, yeah, you'll be eye to eye with your spectator, but you wouldn't have the cards covering your face and doing it. It's going to be kind of lower in a more comfortable position, like in your sternum, like chest area level, and that way it's naturally, your hand is really doing all the blocking, and the 30 degrees just kind of helps the correct angle. So if you were really the spectator, it would probably look more like that. This hand tilted down just slightly, and that's what's really going to hide this card back here. So what application would you really have for using this? Well, maybe you're doing a 5-card routine or some kind of multiple card routine, and you force people to take this card, or it doesn't even have to be forced. It doesn't have to be sequential to like rip the cards in 2 and then them to add up to the original card you had. Let's say you force them to take this way using your favorite force possible, and then your way of controlling them back into the deck was you had them down here, and then you had whatever card you want to change it from originally, 2, 4, 6 at the bottom, right? For all intents and purposes, you had 3 other people pick cards, right? Boom, boom, boom. There's our 5 cards total, and then these 2 at the bottom add up to this one. So let's say you do your Hindu shuffle that gets all those 5 cards to the top. You find these people's 3 cards somehow, whatever way you want, and now you're down to the last 2. Well, now, usually cards are found at 1 card at a time, right? Well, this one could be different because all you have to do now is do a triple lift, or do something, be like, here, I'm gonna get the next person's card to jump to the top. Boom. Triple lift, now you're holding 3 cards, and once you do that, oh, whose card was that? Oh, it was no one's. So then all you have to do is be like, okay, think of your card, right? And then kind of put them together, just like both of you are thinking of yours, put the deck down, or actually you could probably keep it in your hand because you're gonna need it in a second. Go to do it, strip it, show that, and here's your cover up. So boom, they have each their cards. You could go to hand back the person the 4 of diamonds, so you hand them that, leaves that hand clean, and then when everyone's looking at the 4 of diamonds or their card, come back and do this cleanup move, like just like that. And then you can either do a second deal, or you can do a quick like strip off of the top card, modified pass, or you could just do a double lift of some kind and then go into something else. You know, it could flow right into a completely new routine using just one person's card. But the idea of like going one at a time and then finding 2 cards at once, that's kind of the idea that you want to go for, in my mind anyway. There's so many different applications for it though. Start thinking about how you can implement this in your arsenal, and always end clean. If you want to learn how to disturb reality, subscribe to this channel where I teach powerful magic integrated with social dynamics. Be inspired to learn, aspire to disturb, and always rise above. This is the Artifice Tundra deck.